Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or are here for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this channel we talk about everyday issues and we try to find logical solutions. Unfortunately, not everyone uses logic. So it's for that reason it is called Uncommon Sense. Right now, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope on Twitter. Now, this is going to be a short stream. Before I go any further, I just want to give a huge shout out to all the people who have already subscribed to my channel and are faithfully watching my content. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten. I have now 62 subs. So I know most of the people are going to watch the stream on the playback. So I'm going to ask them to please subscribe, like, hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do prepare content, you will have the opportunity to either watch it live or watch it on the playback. But I just want to let everybody know that I really appreciate all the love and support that I have received. Also, after the stream, if you wish to leave a comment on the topic, by all means do so. All that I ask is please be respectable because any nasty comments will be blocked. Now, as you can see by the title, it's an amazing story. Now, I came across a very positive story that I came in social media. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a moment. Okay. Now this is an article that I came across on CNN. And what I'm going to do, okay, I'm just going to, I see, okay, just give me a moment. Okay. And basically, what happened is a situation where a passenger on a plane with no prior pilot experience safely flew an airplane to the airport after the pilot became incapacitated. Incapacitated. Okay, so let me just read to you the article. The pilot on his single engine Cessna 208 had gone incoherent. The passenger was telling the air traffic controllers Tuesday afternoon, according to audio from liveatc.net. It was, he stressed, a serious situation. Air traffic controller Robin Morgan, a certified flight instructor, was on a break when the call came in from the plane heading out from the Bahamas. I rushed over there and I walked in and the room was really busy. And they like, hey, this pilot incapacitated. The passengers are flying the plane. They have no flying experience, Morgan told CNN's New Day on Wednesday. Morgan learned that the passenger on the line had never flown a plane, but had been around aviation and seen other pilots fly. He was really calm, Morgan said. I don't know how to fly. I don't know how to stop this thing if I do get it on the runway. Morgan had never flown this model Cessna. He put up a picture of the instrument panel layout and started guiding the new student step by step. Try to hold the wings level and see if you can start descending for me. Push forward on the controls and descend at a very slow rate. The air traffic controller can be heard telling the fledgling pilot at live ATC audio. Try to follow the course either north or southbound. We're trying to locate you. Morgan made the key decision to guide the aircraft to the area's busiest airport, helping the passenger turned pilot position his aircraft 8 miles out from Palm Beach International, just so he could have a really big target to aim at. Together, they got the Cessna to touch down on the runway. Footage obtained by CNN affiliate WPBF shows something that takes about 20 hours to learn with typical flight instructing. The landing was rated 10 out of 10 in Morgan's view. I felt like I was going to cry then because I had so much adrenaline built up, Morgan said. I was really happy that it worked out and no one got hurt. The other pilots were stunned as another air traffic control relay across the airways what just unfolded. The other audio captured by live ATC net indicates. You just witnessed a couple of passengers land that plane. The tower operators can be heard telling an American Airlines pilot waiting to take off from Charlotte, North Carolina. Did you say passengers landed the airplane? The American pilot asked. Oh my God, great job, he said. The condition of the original Cessna pilot, who had a possible medical condition, was not immediately known, the Federal Aviation Administrator said in a statement. After the Cessna's landing, Morgan met his new student, who gave him a big hug and said, thank you. It was an emotional moment. He said just wanted to get home to his pregnant wife, Morgan said, and that felt even better. In my eyes, he was the hero, Morgan said. I was just doing my job. And now I'm going to park it here. Now, the reason why I decided to share this story is that, unfortunately, if you take a look at the news, it's bad news on top of bad news on top of bad news. So therefore, when you come across something that's positive, something that led to a happy result, I decided to share that with the audience. Now, it may not be a big deal for some, but it was surely a big deal to the passengers on that plane. The fact they got to the land safely. So what I'm going to be doing from time to time is every time I come across a positive human interest story, I'm going to share it among you, all the uncommon folk. Okay? And I know that most of the people watch this on the replay, and that's perfectly fine with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be speaking about my next live call-in, which will take place this Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. And the topic will be how to maintain our culture. And that's within the confines of the Latino community. The calling will be completely in Spanish. I regret to say that Sunday's calling in Spanish will be the last one I'll be doing, at least for the time being, because of lack of interest, to be perfectly frank. Let me just say a few words in Spanish. Este domingo, a partir de las 7 de la noche, el horario de oeste, 4 de la tarde, el tiempo pacífico, perdón, 3 de la tarde, tiempo pacífico, y 5 de la tarde, tiempo central. Y vamos a hablar cómo mantener la cultura en la familia latina. Y la razón por eso es que, ¿qué pasa? Que entre la diáspora latina, después de la primera generación, las siguientes generaciones poco a poco piensan aprender un poco de la cultura que consiste del idioma de español y los raíces latinos. Entonces, vamos a hablar cómo mantener nuestra cultura. Y déjenme explicar algo. El motivo es no para bochornar los miembros de la diáspora que no hablan español. Eso para ayudar a ellos también cómo mantener nuestra cultura. The whole purpose of the stream is not to embarrass anyone in the Latino diaspora that does not speak Spanish. It is to simply what we can do is discuss what can we do to maintain our culture. Because what happens is after the first generation, following generations begin to lose bit by bit their cultural differences in their attempt to assimilate with the US culture. I just want to say there's nothing wrong with adapting with the US culture, but at the same time, we need to do what we can to maintain our own culture because it's something that's very unique among Latinos. Just as like there's something that's very unique regarding Afro Americans or the indigenous people or any other ethnic group. As always, I do appreciate all the love and support that I have received. And I just want to say thank you very much. Now, as far as what's going to be the topic for next week, I have not made a final decision because, as everyone knows, I do a short stream during the week. What I will do is once I do come across a topic, I will make an announcement on my channel on Instagram and it will be posted on my YouTube page. The following Sunday, which is the 29th, we're going to be dealing with obsessions with concepts. As we can see in these YouTube streets, there's certain obsessions that exist. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about some of the most common obsessions and discuss what can be done, if anything can be done, regarding these obsessions. I want to make this perfectly clear. This is not a personal attack on anyone, but it's going to be an analytical discussion regarding these concepts. That being said, I thank you very much for all the support and love. I did say I was going to keep it short, so I am going to keep it short. And again, everyone is welcome to leave a comment on after the stream is over. I do accept constructive criticism. Just make sure that you don't say anything nasty. There is no need for that. So that being said, I'm going to close the same way that I always close. Do not let the errors of the past damage your future. And we must do everything possible to minimize our contact with the mentally and intellectually challenged. Because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. Again, I thank everybody for your support and for your viewing. And I thank you for allowing me to enter into your devices. That being said, this has been a short episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. And I wish you all a good night and peace.
Be strong.